Hey, what's up everyone? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today we're going to go over the Bitcoin post I did earlier today. I want to get a little bit clearer explanation for the charts we went over in this post. The 4-hour chart, daily, weekly, and then monthly. Just get a little bit better clarification for it. So starting out with the 4-hour chart, when I did the post earlier today, price of Bitcoin was right around here, the low 12,000. Since then it's gone up 12, currently $12,915. And what we're looking for, the target we're looking for is a 50% Fibonacci retracement level for this move to be complete, and so it has been complete. And how this trade works right here is you have your pivot point low right here, there's a pivot point high up here. So when price retraces back to 38% Fibonacci level, hold on one second, let me take out the 61 and the 78, don't need those. Excuse me, I got bad cough, can't get rid of. Price traces back up to 38, that means the trade can initiate if some other parameters get met. So the parameter we're looking for to get met, the main one is when price breaks its pivot low down here, for it to not hit the 123.6 Fibonacci extension level. So as you can see, it did not hit, then price went back up, and then from there we're looking at using two filters to get in. One is the shift pitchfork right here, and we're looking for a close above the medium line. We got that right there, so that's the first thing we're looking forward to get into it right there. And let me go ahead and take that off there. Second one is going up and hit the 23.6 Fibonacci level, which is the retracement level, which is that purple line right there. So price does both of those, and then so you'd be looking at getting in around the 23.6 level. You obviously can get in there, and the exit for that first entry level would be the excuse me, 50% level. And so price went up there and hit that, completed that trade. So in the 4-hour chart that we're looking for right there earlier in the day, that one is complete, so that one's good. So now we'll just be looking at other areas for it. Let's see if I can give a little bonus right here, bonus trade in this video right here based upon this one right there. So yeah, so this is a legit trade. This is the 123. Actually, let me get rid of that 50% up there, don't need that. Yeah, so this right here is going to be the 123 to 161 trade right here, and this would be a short trade we're looking at right here. So price came down, hit the 38%, that initiated this trade right here. That it's a legitimate trade. Let me look at one thing here. Okay, I didn't save my fibs from earlier. Oh well, no big deal. So that initiates this trade. So right now what we're looking at right here, the exit level we're looking at for this trade right here at the bottom of the white box, down there at the 0% line, 12,000, 228. We'll just say 12,250 just to use a nice round number. So down here is where we're looking at. In fact, I'll change the color of that box, make it to a teal color. So that's the current exit we're looking for right there. But if price goes up and it hits the 161.8 Fibonacci extension level, then the exit moves up to this level right here, the orange line, at about 12,800 right there. And then finally, if price continues to go up and hasn't hit any of those exit levels down there, then you get in over there. This is the 200% Fibonacci extension level, and then all exits move up to the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, about 13,722. So what you have to do, because this is a trade setup that I do use regularly, it's one of my favorites right now. Between that one and that springboard one that I just showed over there, those are the two ones I'm using. So what you have to do is, however many units get in, say you get in here, so let's say use round numbers, you get in here for $100, you're gonna short for $100, price goes up here and hits that, so you'll short up here for another $100. So your exit from that was originally down here at the 0% line where you got it right here, it now moves up to the 123.6 level right there. So you're in for a total of $200 shortened. Then if price doesn't hit that exit level, the 123.6 down here, and it goes up and hits the 200% level, then you're going to get short there, and then exit moves up to the 161.8. Then if price continues to go higher, it doesn't matter. You can get in any other levels anywhere you want, but the exit is going to be down here. It's going to remain down here at the 1.618 level. So what that means right here is, if you get in down here, or around here right now, you need to get in with 2 times the amount used to get in right here. So you got in for $100, and you get in for $200 right here. So the max you would get in for this trade depending on how much you're trading, how many units. So you use one unit here, 1 unit here, and then 2 units here. So at most you'll be looking at using is 4 units, and then anything, if it keeps on going higher and doesn't come down, if it hits 200, doesn't come down, hit that right away, but keeps on going higher, you get in however many other units you want right here, because the exit is not moving from there. So I hope that made sense, and that's just a little bonus trade setup for the 4-hour chart in Bitcoin going short. All right, looking at the daily chart. So in the post today, the main feature about it was this right here is in a big parabolic curve. It's going to take me a second to adjust this on here right now, because I got off a little bit earlier. So yeah, so right here, let me smooth this out a little bit more. And the thing about parabolic curves is they are a little bit subjective. It's based upon however the user is drawing them. So just be aware of that. Just because I draw it one way doesn't mean that that is the 100% correct way. What you can do with the parabolic curves is, to be on the safe side, is draw them a little bit wider. Just so if it breaks, it's not a false break based upon your line. And what you're looking for is as many touches as possible, at minimum 3 touches, and that would kind of indicate that you got a good parabolic curve. So right here, what we're looking at right here, price is still, if this is the true parabolic curve drawing right here, I think it's a little bit different from the way I drew it in my post today. I think the way I drew my post was a little bit more narrower. Let's see if we can get that a little bit better for that. Don't want to get it too just crazy. Yeah, see, that's stupid right there. So we'll leave it about right there. That looks pretty good right there. So what we're looking for in this parabolic curve is, right now price is safe. As far as like a retracement going right here, as long as price stays on the left side of the parabolic curve, it's safe. It's still in the bull trend. Nothing really to worry about right here. Doesn't mean there won't be little retracements along the way, but price is still doing good. But if price comes and breaks out of the parabolic curve, closes over to the right side right there, then look out, because that is where the retracement is going to happen. And I'll talk about that in my post today. And what we're looking for when price eventually breaks out of the parabolic curve, which it will, price will eventually break out of it. The first level we're looking at is going to be the 50% level, and then let me put my 78.6 level back on right here. So if this high holds right here, and that high is about at, put this back on, it doesn't have it on there. Okay, so the high for that one is 14,170. So if that holds right there, then and price breaks out of parabolic curve before the high gets broken, then these fib levels will be live. What we're looking for the retracement. For the first retracement level we're looking at would be the 50% retracement level right here, about 86.60, and then the second one would be looking at would be the 78.6, which would be at about 54.78, around there. Say 5,500 if you want to be use a nice round number for it. So around there, 5,500, and then around about 86.50ish, 86.60, around there for the 50%. So those are two levels to look at. Definitely be looking for the 50% level. It doesn't necessarily have to get the 78, but usually when parabolic curve does get broken, the retracements are a lot deeper. So it'd be something looking at in the mid 5,000s as a second target, but only for the first target being in the mid 8,000s. And when Bitcoin, I believe when it came up here and hit about 13,000 or so the other week, that's when I exited my positions, and I'm just waiting for this curve to retrace and for it to break back down. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to break anytime soon. If price keeps pumping up like this, it could keep on going quite a bit higher some more, but eventually this curve is going to get overtaken by the sideways action, and when that does break, then you're going to see a big retracement down there in the daily chart. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin couldn't eventually go up to a 100,000 like some people have predicted, but I just don't think in this move right here it's going to have enough juice to get up there, especially if we're only at 13,000 right here. I think if it is going to get up there in the crazy numbers, because you see like right here, right when the future started is in the about low 20,000s, and then ever since in the futures just took everyone's money, and now they're starting to drag it back up again. So what we're looking for is eventually this break, retrace back down, look to start getting long. Think about some long actions down in here between about 8,500 and 5,500. Start building up positions again, and then look for the retrace, or look for the move back up again. So if you're in it right now, I wouldn't feel too anxious about it, as long as it's down the left side of the parabolic curve. If it goes over to the right hand side, then start looking out. So the weekly chart is about the same as daily chart. Again, it's just another parabolic curve on there with the same old setup for it as well. You can adjust the curve a little bit differently, but again, it's a little bit based on user preference. So I just use it as kind of like an overall guide for what it's doing right now. Then in the monthly chart right here, I want to show you a setup that just got completed with it using the springboard shorts. So I found this to be pretty interesting right here. So I'll highlight the pivots, that pivot high right there in the monthly chart, and that pivot low on the monthly chart right there. You can see, excuse me again, sorry, it's embarrassing. I was dang cough. Price went up, hit the 38%. That initiated it to where if it does break out of it, then we can look for the springboard setup. Price broke out right here, went going down, down, down. Never broke out, never hit the 123.6 Fibonacci extension level. Let's draw the shift pitchfork. There's a swing low, swing high, and that swing low down there. So you can see price broke out of it right there. That can be an aggressive entry right there once it closes higher than the shift median line. Even though it hasn't hit the 23.6, you can get in right there, but that is an aggressive entry for it. It would have worked out, great right here. So it breaks that midline right there. Oh, I want the right thing. 1 second here. Let's redo that. All right. Breaks that midline, it goes up, hits 23.6, then both those parameters are hit as far as waiting for the entry, so you definitely can get in right there. So if you got in right there, your first exit, or your exit you're looking for, is the 50%, and then price went up there, take that very easily at about 13,000, say 13,300. So then this setup is complete. So that is another long setup that is complete. On the monthly chart, that was for the springboard long setup that just got complete. The 4-hour chart just got complete. So right now, just sitting around wait and see what's going to happen for it. I think waiting for that parabolic curve to eventually break, and then when that does, then that's when it's going to you're going to look for the 50% right about here, and the 78.6 down there about at 8,500. So that's definitely when I would start and look for long setups. After it breaks, if that pivot point high holds, if price keeps on going up, then you just keep on moving your Fibonacci retracement level up with it. So hope that helped explain the charts. So I'm looking at for 2019 Bitcoin price. Definitely think it definitely can go up higher some more, but for the people saying that by like by the end of the year, I think I read someone said by like 2020 they're expecting it to be $100,000. Not sure if it's going to have enough juice to make it there in the next year and a half, but definitely could have enough juice to make it run up higher and maybe break the previous highs, which is around the low 20,000s. But I think for this move right here, sooner rather than later, that the parabolic line is eventually going to kind of run out of steam over here, and whenever that happens, that's when you'll see big retracement happens. But the further it is away from the pink line, then the more room it has to run up. So if it keeps on going like this, it definitely could get up into the low, say 18, between 18 and 20,000s before it does the retracement again. So anyways, hope that helped, and y'all have a good one. Thanks, bye.